You'll never be as good as your sister. That was my father's voice, hard as stone, dismissing me in front of the whole family like I was an intruder at my own table. I stood. My chair scraped the floor with a sound that cut through the room. I looked straight at him, then at my mother, and finally at Rachel, the saint they worshipped. Then tell her to pay all the bills, I said. My voice didn't shake. I'm not sending money anymore. For the first time in years, silence fell. My mother blinked, confused. What money? We never received a single dollar from you. And there it was, the moment I had been waiting for, the crack in their perfect illusion. It started 5 years ago, when my parents begged me to help keep the family afloat. Rachel was in college, living the dream, while I was grinding 2 jobs, stacking hours until my lungs burned. They told me, if you love us, you'll help. I wired money every month, rent, utilities, medical bills. I didn't eat properly for years because I believed I was carrying us all. They never said thank you. But I told myself love didn't need gratitude. I believed that until the day I overheard my mother on the phone with Rachel. He's useless, always will be. We can't rely on him for anything. I froze. My fists clenched, but I stayed quiet. That was the first time I realized my money was being erased along with my worth. The pieces didn't add up. The bills they showed me kept climbing, yet nothing in the house changed. The roof still leaked, the electricity still flickered. Rachel, though, always had the newest phone, the latest car, the most expensive clothes. Then I found it. An email Rachel forgot to log out of. Bank transfers. My transfers. Funneled into her account with memo lines like family support, emergency fund. Every dollar I sent wasn't keeping them alive, it was feeding her lifestyle. They didn't just lie, they used me. And worst of all, they sneered at me while cashing my sacrifice. I didn't explode. Explosions burn out too fast. I went cold. I stopped seeing myself as their son, their brother. I became their creditor, silent, patient, watching the interest rise. And while they thought I was still their obedient mule, I started making moves. Step 1, evidence. I saved every receipt, every transfer, every email. 5 years' worth of proof organized into neat, devastating folders. Step 2, control. I rerouted my paycheck, closed accounts they had access to, froze the credit cards my name was tied to. And step 3, detonation. I waited until Rachel was at the table, until both my parents were listening, until they sneered at me one more time. Then I cut the cord in a single sentence. I'm not sending money anymore. My mother's denial was almost laughable. What money? We never received. I interrupted, calm but sharp. Check Rachel's account. Rachel's fork clattered against her plate. My father frowned. What are you talking about? I pulled my phone from my pocket, slid it across the table. On the screen, folder after folder of transfers, screenshots, bank logs, their names, their signatures, her account. They leaned in, and I watched the blood drain from their faces. 5 years of sacrifice laid bare in black and white. 5 years of betrayal, no longer deniable. Rachel's lips parted, but no words came. She knew the game was over. My father finally spoke, his voice small for the first time in my life. Why didn't you say something earlier? I leaned closer. Because I wanted you to believe your own lie. I wanted you to sneer while you stole. I wanted this moment, when the mask rips off and you see what you've done. Silence. Heavy. Suffocating. And then I stood. Rachel can handle the bills now. After all, she's the good one. I walked out that night and didn't look back. They called, they texted, first with excuses, then with begging, then with threats. I never replied. The last message I received from my mother read, "We need you, please." But the truth is, they never needed me, not really. They needed what I could give them. And now that the supply is cut off, they're left with each other, the golden child and the parents who raised her to consume. I'm free. They told me I'd never be as good as my sister. They were right. I'm better. Because unlike them, I know the value of sacrifice, and I know the power of walking away.